Good evening, Kshitij.
Good evening.
Good evening, Bache. Now, may I know where is the problem? Yeah, in general, what do you want to do? Please tell me.
मैम मेरे से मिस्टेक हुई थी, मेरे को ना एडमिशन ऑफ अ पार्टनर पढ़ना था चैप्टर 5.
Admission of partner, not fundamentals.
यस मैम.
Okay, admission में what specifically, please?
मैम एडमिशन में जब क्या नाम है पार्टनर्स जब आते हैं तो उनकी प्रीमियम में मैम जब वो पूरी वो नहीं लेके आ पाते, पूरा प्रीमियम लेके नहीं आ पाते, वो करना था.
Okay, partial amount.
यस मैम.
Now, can I share with you then the screen?
यस मैम.
Admission of a partner. Now here, basically Goodwill. Thing you want to know. Accounting treatment. Accounting treatment of Goodwill. Now we say that there could be four ways to record this. When the amount of Goodwill is paid privately. Paid privately. Privately. Another is when the new partner brings in cash as thing. Brings cash. Brings cash as his share of Goodwill. His share of Goodwill. And this is known as, basically, simply we can say this thing is known as your premium. We use the term here, premium. Then could not bring. Could not bring. Could not bring his share of Goodwill. His share of Goodwill. When the new partner brings in partial amount, brings partial amount, partial amount. You want last one now, beta? Yes. Kshitij? Am I audible? Kshitij, please tell me, am I audible or not?
Yes ma'am.
Now you want last one or all the alternatives also?
Ma'am, last one.
Okay, partial amount. And the other could be, before discussing this one, I could message that when the new partner brings in kind. Now we will discuss fourth. When the new partner brings in this partial amount. Partial amount. Now, can you just give me any amount, his share of Goodwill? Any amount. And I want maximum participation from your side. His share of Goodwill. Any amount. Yes.
One.
Amount, in it should be proper. Yes. Bolo, can I say 1 lakh or not? And he brings suppose 60,000. Okay. Now see this thing. The first entry will be cash debit to premium for goodwill. Premium for goodwill. That is, we can say 60,000, which he brings. Now, the next, I'm just discussing with you the simple alternative, not the difficult alternative. Just remember one thing, once we discuss this thing, then we can discuss the combined effect also. First entry will be this. Second entry will be here, we can say premium for goodwill debit. Am I audible or not, Kshitesh? Please tell me, am I audible or not?
Yes.
Two sacrifices. Two sacrifices. Premium for goodwill debit, 60,000. Two sacrifices in their sacrificing ratio. In sacrificing ratio. You must be aware of these terms or not, Vijay? Are you aware or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the new partner is not bringing what the amount of goodwill. He was supposed to bring in 1 lakh rupees. Agreed or not?
Yes, ma'am.
And he brings just 60,000. So we have passed the entry which he brought in. Now the unpaid amount, normally we say that either we should debit his capital account or current account. But we prefer that the current account should be debited for this purpose. Current account debit with unpaid amount. He was supposed to bring in 1 lakh rupees. He is bringing just 60,000. What is the unpaid amount, or what is the amount that he could not bring in here? Yes, he was supposed to bring in 1 lakh rupees. He brings in 60,000. The amount which he could not bring as premium for goodwill. Kshitej. क्या हुआ बच्चा? Kshitej? Am I audible or not? Please tell me. Kshitej, are you there or not? Should I stop sharing with you the screen? Or what?
It's 5:30.
Kshitej, just tell me.
Sorry, ma'am. There was a.
From your side, no? Am I audible or not? Kshitej, bolo bache.
Ma'am, there was some network issue from my side.
From your side, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you just tell me. He was supposed to bring in 1 lakh rupees.
Yes, ma'am.
And he brings 60,000.
Yes,
we have passed the entry for 60,000. Now what is the unpaid amount?
Ma'am, 40,000.
40,000. Now we will debit his current account. See this. New partner's current account. Debit.
हम इसे कैपिटल अकाउंट भी बोल सकते हैं.
Normally we say that we should go for current account.
Okay.
Normally, because whenever there is capital adjustment right now for present CBSE, for this batch, capital adjustment is not there. But otherwise, whenever there is capital adjustment, we prefer current account.
Okay.
Always. Okay. In case if you are not given in options, current account, then you can have the capital account.
Okay.
It totally depends on this thing options. Are you appearing from CBSE or what? Can I ask? Which board, bache?
CBSE board.
CBSE?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you can have this. Agar current account nahi given hai, then you can use capital account. No problem there. It totally depends, but preferably agar in case if current account is given, then use current account. Now then, 2 sacrificers. 2 sacrificers capital account. Capital account in sacrificing ratio. In sacrificing ratio. I hope this is clear or not. Basic. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now then, which book you follow?
T.S. Grewal.
T.S. Grewal. Right now, do you have that book or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, which page number? Just like that. Can we discuss that?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
not? That is page number. Simply we can say this. Question number 33. Page number 5.89. Page number 5.89. New edition. Page number 5.89.
Yes,
Question
ma'am.
number 33. Would you just find out this or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now just we will solve this. Now, since first term we have just MCQ, so no need for the format at all. So directly we can discuss this. A and B are partners sharing in the ratio of 2:1. They admit C for 1/4 share in the profit. C brings rupees 30,000 for share of for his capital and 8,000 of his out of his share of 10,000. Before admission, goodwill appears in the books at rupees 18,000. Give journal entries to give effect to the above. Now, whenever we are given existing goodwill in the old books, or whenever we are given goodwill existing in the old books, we have to write up that first of all. So the first entry will be your is capital account debit. Is capital account debit. B is capital account debit. B is capital account debit to goodwill account. To goodwill account. Means the goodwill which is appearing in the books. What is that amount? Please tell me. 18,000?
Yes, ma'am.
In old ratio. Old ratio. What is their old ratio? Old ratio.
2:1.
2:1. Yes. Now find out this. 2/3 of 18,000.
And 12,000.
12,000. And for second it will be 6,000. Being goodwill written off. Ho gaya write off? Khatm ho gaya? Now then the next entry will be simple. We can say now cash account debit. Cash account debit to who is the name? What is the name of incoming partner? To C's capital account. To C's capital account to premium for goodwill. Premium for goodwill. Premium for goodwill. Now, what is the amount of capital which he brings in? 30,000. And then you are given he brings rupees 8,000. So what is the total amount of cash which he brings?
38,000.
38,000. 38,000. Next entry will be now premium for goodwill debit. Premium for goodwill debit by 8,000 to A's capital account, to A's capital account, to B's capital account, to B's capital account in sacrificing ratio. Since we are not given the new profit sharing ratio, no information is given, then what we assume? Can you just tell me what we assume? If new ratio is not given, what we assume?
Old ratio is the sacrificing ratio.
Yes, old partner sacrifice in their old ratio. So now, what was the old ratio? 2:1. Distribute 8,000 in this ratio. Distribute 8,000 in the ratio of 2:1. Yes. Distribute.
Yes, ma'am. A's capital account 667.
667. B. B.
B share is 3333.
Have you calculated?
Yes, ma'am. आगे भी आ रहा है उसके में.
Just a minute. What I'm asking you. What is the amount of goodwill here? Just tell me premium for goodwill with which we have debited. See this. I've changed the color. See this. What is the amount here?
8,000.
8,000. Distribute 8,000, bache. That's why I asked you, have you calculated this or not? Yes. First of all, I'm discussing this simple alternative, then the combined. Yes. 8,000. Distribute 2:3. 1.
5,333. मैं infinite कर गया मतलब.
5,333. Second, 2,667. Can we say?
Yes.
Now then, next entry will be now C's current account debit. C's current account debit by 2,000. He was supposed to bring 10,000. He brings 8,000. What is the unpaid amount? 2,000 or not?
Yes, ma'am.
2,000. Then to A's capital account. A's capital account. To B's capital account. To B's capital account. Yes, distribute now this 2,000 in the ratio of 2:1.
Ma'am, A's capital account 1,333.
1,333. B 667.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in case we can combine the last two entries. We can combine last two entries. And that will be like this. Premium for goodwill debit. Premium for goodwill debit by 8,000. C's current account debit. C's current account debit by 2,000 to A's capital account. To A's capital account. To B's capital account. To B's capital account. Now distribute this 10,000 in that in 2:1 ratio. Distribute this. Distribute.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, 666. A's capital account.
Can we say 667?
Yes, ma'am.
For B, it will be 333.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is the thing. Now then the next is your, should I take another also?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 34. 34. A and B are partners, and now you have to tell me how we will proceed. Please do not see the hint at all.
Okay, ma'am.
A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C as a partner in the firm for 1/4 share in the profits, which he takes 1/6 from A and 1/12 from B. C brings 60% of his share of goodwill. C brings 60% of his share of firm's goodwill. Goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1 lakh. Past journal entries to record the arrangement. क्वेश्चन समझ आया नहीं आया?
Yes, ma'am. आ गया.
आ गया. चलो. What will be the first entry which he brings? First entry, cash bolo. Cash account debit. And just remember one thing, we should be honest. To seize capital account. To seize capital account to premium for goodwill. To premium for goodwill. Now what is the amount which he brings as capital? Is it given or not? Please tell me, is it there or not?
No, ma'am.
No, so no need for this. Now, see this thing. C brings 60% of his share of goodwill. Now, what is the goodwill of the firm? 1 lakh. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
And C's share will be C's share will be C's share will be 1 lakh into what is his share?
60%.
नहीं, what is his share? Admission का share कितना है उसका? C second line.
1/4 share.
Yes, 1/4. 1/4 of this. What is the amount? 1 lakh into 1/4.
Wait for a minute, ma'am.
How much?
Ma'am, wait for a minute.
Okay.
For the A. For
1 lakh into 1/4.
25,000.
Yes, 25,000. Good. 25,000. And then you are given, he brings 60% of this. 60 by 100. His share of goodwill was 25,000 and he brings this 60%. So find out 60% of 25,000. What is the amount? Find out.
15,000.
15,000. So cash account debit by 15,000. Premium for goodwill 15,000. Agreed or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Now then, next entry will be premium for goodwill debit. Premium for goodwill debit by 15,000, which he brings. Then C's current account debit. C's current account debit. What was his share of goodwill? Please tell me. 25,000. And he brings 15,000. What is the unpaid amount which he could not bring? Yes?
Ma'am, A's का character account है 22,000.
Just no, I'm not talking about this thing. I'm just asking one thing. His share of goodwill was 25,000. See,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
brings 15,000. What is the unpaid amount here?
10,000.
10,000. 10,000. Clear? To A's capital account. To A's capital account. To B's capital account. To B's capital account. To B's capital account. Now, in their sacrificing ratio. And see this thing, what is indirectly we are being provided with the sacrificing ratio. We are being provided with sacrificing ratio 1/6 and 1/12. 1/6 is to 1/12. Solve, simplify this. Mathematics है क्या है आपके पास बच्चे?
मैम हिंदी.
Hindi. Can you simplify this or not? 1/6 is to 1/12.
Yes, ma'am.
Simplify. Just tell me. Take LCM.
So 12.
Yes.
So 1/4. 1/4.
पहले 1/6 and 1/12 का बेस कॉमन करोगे नहीं करोगे? सीरियस 1/6 है ये और दूसरा है आपका 1/12. बेस कॉमन करो.
एलसीएम ले लेंगे.
एलसीएम लो. कितना हुआ?
12.
12. ठीक है. अब करो 6 2s are.
Yes, ma'am.
कितना होता है? 6 2s are
12.
12. So can we say 2:1?
Yes, ma'am.
2:1 is the sacrificing ratio or
Oh.
not?
Okay.
समझ आया नहीं आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Sacrificing ratio is your 2:1. Now distribute this 25,000 in this ratio 2:1. करिए. For first partner it will be 25,000 into 2/3. First partner. Second partner it will be 25,000 into 1/3. Solve. करिए.
1,666.
किसका?
ए का.
कैसे 1,666 कैसे हो जाएगा? चेक करो खुद. 25,000 into 2/3 करो. कैलकुलेशंस चेक करो.
मेरा तो यही आ रहा है मैम.
क्या आ रहा है बोलना एक बार.
1,666.
अब खुद आप देखो कि 1,666 होगा या क्या होगा. इसके आगे से 25,000 है, 2,500 नहीं है. कुछ गड़बड़ है नहीं है?
वेट मैम, मैं एक बार चेक करता हूं.
करो. कैलकुलेटर यूज नहीं करना.
नो मैम, कैलकुलेटर.
हाँ बस करो.
यस मैम, मेरा तो यही आ रहा है मैम. चेक किया अभी.
क्या आ रहा है? 1,666. तुम एक डिजिट खा रहे हो.
यस मैम, 16,666.
आ गया अभी सही?
यस मैम.
चलो अब सेकंड पार्टनर का बता दो. It should be 8 this. अगर आप कंबाइन करते हो तो
8334 मैम.
333 हो गया, वही राउंड ऑफ हो गया. तो कंसेप्ट क्लियर है या नहीं है अभी?
यस मैम, क्लियर.
अगर सेपरेट करते हो तो अमाउंट चेंज हो जाता है बस यहाँ पर, और कुछ नहीं था.
ओके.
और बताइए क्या है, व्हाट इज द डाउट?
वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन रिजर्व क्या होता है?
A specific reserve. Workman compensation reserve of fund is a specific reserve. Sometimes we use the term this also. It is a specific reserve. This reserve is being created to meet out any compensation payable to workers or employees. Workman है, वर्कर्स को देना है, अगर उनके साथ कुछ मिस हैपनिंग होता है उसमें हमने पे करना है इसको. This is the meaning of workman compensation. Now anything else about this thing?
नो मैम.
ये है आपका. और कुछ डाउट है?
नो मैम, नो डाउट.